with Madonna at the mansion on the hill. Wake up with our gorgeous Queen Madonna. Good morning to you.
Thank you, and welcome to Mornings with me, Donna, on a happy Friday, which means it is Floorplan Friday, and today we are looking at the floor plans for the second and third floor. There is so much to see on these plans, we had better get started.
Before you start on the plans, Grandma, you should remind everybody that these are the plans for the remodel and not the original mansion.
Yes, thank you, Cliffy Pooh. I suppose you're right. As a reminder, the mansion was built in 1887 in the Victorian style, and it was renovated in 1906 into the mansion it is today. So when we look at these plans, any dotted lines represent walls being removed from the old mansion. On the second floor is a good example. The master bedroom in the Victorian era was 2 bedrooms. But in the Edwardian era, 20 years later, it was okay for a husband and wife to sleep in the same room. So the wall went away and the master bedroom became huge.
Well, what are the red marks, Grandma?
Oh, that's a great question, Cliffy Pooh. In the 1906 renovation, gas was removed, and the entire home was fitted with electricity. What was remarkable was that the wiring was put in thick conduit for safety, while in most houses they used knob and tube. We know this because the electrical contractors were so proud of their innovation that they published a pamphlet highlighting the work they performed here on this mansion.
Grandma, I agree with Glenda. They look weird posing like that for the picture.
Cliffy Pooh, it's probably best not to agree with Glenda on anything. And if you remember, she is not even supposed to be in the show. But photography was new, and posing for photographs has evolved a lot over time.
Even if photography was new, they still must have known that their picture was being taken. They could have thought that out a little better. And speaking of thinking things out, in all of the servants' rooms, they gave them one wall light and no plugs?
Well, they would be thrilled to have electricity at all, Cliffy Pooh. And the first plug-in appliances were risky, they were expensive, and they weren't widely available, especially in 1906. Many more outlets were added all over the mansion about 10 years later. You might notice that there are no dotted lines on the third floor. That is because the third floor was nearly entirely new in the 1906 renovation. In 1887, the servants lived in the basement. In 1906, the servants moved to the third floor. They got spacious rooms with windows, electricity, and each room had running water and a wash bowl. They still had to go to the basement to take a bath and to use the toilet. And before Cliffy Pooh can comment on what an inconvenience that was, we can only imagine how grateful they were not to be emptying chamber pots. So thank you for helping today, Cliffy. Go in my purse, get $1 and treat yourself. And we hope you press like on this video. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday on Mornings with Madonna.
Mornings with Madonna is 300 days. Will be 300 ways to see 300 Clifton.